Oh, it's 3 o'clock and I'm still at the barn on Sunday. I shouldn't complain. Jason's still in there working away also. So, just finishing up my videos. Wanted to get through the 3-year-olds and the 2-year-olds. We sold a number of 3-year-olds this week. Wow, it's hot in here. Whew. We sold a number of 3-year-olds last week, and I told everybody why it was important we did that. As we move along, if we come up against hurdles, we should be able to pivot quickly. Right? That's what the stable can do. If this was the year 2019, probably most of the horses we sold last week we wouldn't have sold. But unfortunately, it is 2020. In a world where we had a pandemic, in a world when everybody got to rest their horse for 90 days, and now everybody's horses are ready to go. So that's what we're up against, and we had to make a decision really, really quickly what we were going to do. I think I made the right one, but we will see. So let's get down to the horses we still do have. The 3-year-old's Ale Sun, as I mentioned, in Jason's barn. I've been very happy with this filly. Her confidence is growing, and hopefully she'll have a breakout start one of these starts. Always in the money, always doing well, and really excited to see how she's going to do this coming week or 2 weeks from now. Soon. Arctic Force raced well, I thought, yesterday. Yeah, I think if we had been able to leave a little bit with him and get him in a spot easily, that's fine. But I was rather happy that the horse got raced conservatively with stake races coming up and it being hot out. So Arctic Force, I thought, raced well. I'd like to see him build on that in the coming weeks. Beach Boutique raced fantastic her last start. She was second in 54-4. She'll be in to go. Actually, we're going to race her in the Stallion Series this week. Tim believes, yeah, there's some tough Stallion Series divisions from last time, but there's some easy ones also. And hopefully if we get seeded a little better, I know they say they don't seed the divisions, but it certainly appears they do. Hopefully we get seeded in a softer spot. We can do some damage. I got a little problem. Not really. Dave Pallone drove the filly. He knows her. He should drive her again. What the hell do I need to drive her for? So Beach Boutique is in to go this coming Saturday. She'll be racing in the Stallion Series. Reason being, the other class didn't fill. We had a backup, which is a $20,000 stake race, coming off a very good mile from her. Of course, I'd like to see her race in there. Beach Bum BB looked like she was a little bit sick. I haven't quite caught up to Brandon yet. I will. That's my fault, not his. I'll catch up with him. I suspect she is. I mean, she looked great her first start, and a little softer next two, with all the virus floating around in the heat of the summer with allergies. Maybe she just wasn't on top of her game. Bottle of Red drew the rail. We drew the rail. Thank you. Drew the rail in one in a row. We drew the rail. So I shouldn't say that. We drew okay this week with other races, but it's nice to see Bottle of Red draw well in a stake race this coming Thursday, I believe. Brush Cut raced well yesterday. Also happy for him. Cabernet is back jogging. She'll be a little bit yet, obviously. Canadian Titan is swimming, and she'll be maybe a little bit also. I had given Jared, I said, listen, do what's best for the horse. If the vet doesn't believe the horse is ready to race right now, she looks sound on the track, but if she's making breaks, there's probably a reason for that. So let's figure out exactly what's going on with her. Capistrano qualified well. Is she going to qualify again? That will be up to Harry. I'll talk to him later on today. I have to talk to him about a couple other things. So Capistrano, let's just work with the fact that she qualified 57 last quarter and 29, behaved herself, scoped well after, and drove well. Just needs one more tightener, I think, before we drop her in the box. Compass Rose DC raced okay her last start. No, she didn't get much money, but at the same time, left hard out of the 9-hole. Probably a little bit weak coming off the virus. We'll get her in a softer spot this coming week, hopefully. Don't believe me, just watch. It's getting closer to the races. Kevin trained him last week at Mohawk. I was wrong. I thought he was around 220, 225. Much faster if he went to Mohawk. Emerald Miss, she was 7th. Beat, a long neck for 5th and 53-3, pace 55. Again, hadn't trained in 10 days. There'll be a spot for a horse like Emerald Miss, I'm certain of that. Frontier Cruise will race this week. He was sick as a dog, him and Sunshine and Shade. I don't know what they get into or what happened. Man, oh man, they took it hard there for about 3 weeks. Kevin took his time. He's got him back good now. He's going to race this week. Globe Trotting, decent miler last time. We didn't change out her shoes very much. We took all the toe off her, took all that kind of seedy foot off of her. Start back new. We had some time to work with, so I think that was a smart thing to do. A smart time to do it. So Globe Trotting trained decent Saturday. She'll train on Wednesday, and we'll blow her out real good next Saturday at Northfield Park. Hometown Boys will be back in to go this week. I thought he raced well his last start. I'll play alone race very well his last start. Can't wait to race him. As I said in the early, it's been a while since I said I can't wait to race I'll play it alone. But I really want to see what he does on Wednesday. I was really, really happy with that colt last week. 2 weeks ago. Inland Beach will be back in next week. Just looking for a class for this filly. You know, she deserves a softer bunch once in a while, and hopefully this week we can find it. Johan, got to be picked as one of the favorites on Tuesday. Yes, he's got the 7-hole. That's not a bad thing for him. Just want to see him get away well, behave well, and James get a good trip into him. So Johan is in to go Tuesday. Just for Me and You is in to go Wednesday at the Meadows. Closing in on a Sire Stakes start with her, a Stallion Series start the following week. Knockdown Drago qualified okay the other day, 57, finished third. Her blood come back, she was a little bit sick, so she'll probably need another week before we re-qualify, and I suspect that's the plan, is to qualify her once or twice more. Miss Brampton Beast, I'm worried that maybe she has allergies. Kevin would know better. He thought that maybe we could treat her. So we'll see how she races her next start. I think we went through this last week with her. It's not a big deal. This filly's going to do us some good throughout the year and into the fall and winter. And if she needs a little time to get over the allergies, then that's exactly what we're going to give her. Muscle Chrome, I had talked about her in length, longer than we've talked about Muscle Chrome for a while. In the opening, I just want to see the filly come forward. Be nice to take a mark, put some money on her card, grow up, and if we breed her, great. That's something I'm thinking of. I only own a very small portion of her. I thought she was bred well, but other people that know a lot more about breeding said maybe not so as well as you think she is. But we'll see. We'll see how she is over the next couple of weeks. As it is right now, we're not getting anything for her to sell her. There isn't a whole lot of inspiration that goes along with her chart line. So for right now, for me, for my partners that own Muscle Chrome, yeah, I'm going to bite the bullet and keep racing her, try to get some money and a decent mark on her. Nancy Allison trained yesterday, trained okay. Again, she's not in a completely different boat than Muscle Chrome. She is bred very, very well. So is this a filly we just continue to work with? If we get her right, do we race her and try and get a mark on her, a good mark, or do we just continue to move along with her? I'll leave that up to James and Johnny. They have her out in the top barn. Said she trained good on Tuesday. She trained okay on Saturday. We'll see how she trains on Wednesday. We'll likely take her to Mohawk. Need Your Opinion has been racing great. Got crushed, not once, not twice, but 3 times the other night in a race. Got to throw that line out. Very sorry for the filly to have to go through that. Just a bit of a rodeo, that race, and hopefully she bounces back well. Path of Totality, I'm going to do a lot of training here at Northfield Park Monday morning early, get in my car, drive to the Meadows, and train Path of Totality. I'm actually going to be in the Meadows 5 hours before I race because I want to get this filly back on the right track. This is extremely perplexing for me that of all horses, Path of Totality had a problem. You look at her chart lines from last year, the only break she had was without hobbles in her first time ever behind the gate. And this improbable that she's doing this, but we'll get her back on track starting tomorrow and then on the qualifier on Thursday. Really Blue Chip, I'm going to turn her out in the field, put some weight on this filly. I know this has always been a problem. It's been a problem to put weight on her, but it is an absolute necessity now. I want a full stop on Really Blue Chip until we put 200 pounds on her. Rooney Blue Chip is out in Illinois. Made a little break last night. I guess not that hard to believe. We'll give you the one mulligan. One mulligan for Rooney. Next week, I expect him to trot and do better in Illinois. I mean, the horse that won it won by like 6 lengths in 58-2 or 57-4 or something. Rooney Blue Chip is absolutely going to be competitive in Illinois, but we need him on gate to do that. I jumped a horse. Sebastian Yu is in Illinois. Want to see how he's going to draw this week. I guess next week. Probably school him Tuesday. Jeez. If Tim's watching this, we're going to have a pile of schoolers on Thursday, I think, Tim. Sebastian Yu, Captain's Maid. There was one other one, too. Not that it matters, but Captain's Maid, Harness AM. So, I think Sebastian Yu will qualify or school well on Thursday. Spend that money. Going to find a soft spot, if we can, for her and Compass Rose. I don't care where that is. Is that an overnight? Is that a fair? I don't care. Just get me some easy racing for those 2 fillies. Spirited Dio got interfered with the other night, waiting to see what she's going to do in her follow-up performance. Try and stay out of traffic and see what she can do. So James was happy with her overall last week. We'll work on that. Sunshine and Shade, good qualifier from him the other day. Need to see another one of those, and then we'll put him in to go. Trafalgar, Jesus, can't get this filly. She was sick. We had to miss the grassroots, and now we can't get her in to go. So hopefully, my car's giving up. Back on. Hopefully we can get her in to go Friday, this coming Friday at Mohawk. If not, we're going to have to qualify her, but I suspect her class will go no problem on Friday. Watch Evans, Ebb, Sunshine are in tonight, going to tune in like you are to Innisfil to watch those 2 horses go. So that's all the 3-year-olds. We'll be back in a minute with all the 2-year-olds, and then you're all done for this week. A week of hell in Ohio. Take care.